You get a call from your daughter's number. You hear her voice, crying, panicked. She's been in a terrible accident and needs $10,000 right now to save her life. Your heart races. You wire the money, only to discover hours later, it wasn't her. The voice, a perfect AI clone. The number, spoofed by scammers. And your money, gone forever.
Welcome back to Cyber Storiez, the podcast where we unravel the darkest, most cunning scams in the digital world. I'm your host, Sarah, and today we're diving into a scam so convincing that even the most cautious people can fall for it. Call spoofing combined with AI voice cloning. Imagine getting a call from a loved one's number, hearing their voice, and then they beg you for money in a crisis. But here's the terrifying truth. It's not them. It's a hacker. To help us understand how this works and how to protect ourselves, we have cybersecurity expert Professor Henry with us. Professor, welcome.
Thank you, Sarah. It's great to be here. And yes, what you just described is not some far-off threat. It's happening right now, and victims are losing thousands, sometimes even millions, to these scams.
Let's start with the basics. What exactly is call spoofing, and how do scammers pull it off?
Call spoofing is when a hacker manipulates the caller ID to display any number they want, whether it's your bank, the IRS, or even your own mother's phone number. They use voice over IP, VoIP, services, or other tools to fake the number. Now, combine that with AI voice cloning, where they can mimic a person's voice from just a few seconds of audio, maybe from social media videos or old voicemails, and suddenly you're hearing a familiar voice saying, "I'm in trouble, I need money right now." It's social engineering at its most sinister.
That's terrifying, and it's not just hypothetical. This is really happening. Can you share a real-life case where this scam worked?
Absolutely. One of the most shocking cases happened in 2023. A woman in Texas received a call from her daughter. Same voice, same number. The daughter was sobbing, saying she'd been in a car accident and needed $15,000 immediately for medical bills. The mother, terrified, wired the money. Later, she called her daughter's real number and realized she'd been scammed. The voice, cloned from a TikTok video. The number, spoofed. By the time she reported it, the money was gone forever.
That's heartbreaking, and what makes this even worse is that these scams often target elderly people who may not question a loved one in distress.
Exactly. Scammers prey on emotion, fear, urgency, love. They know you won't think logically when you believe someone you care about is in danger.
So how can someone tell if they're being spoofed? What's the best way to avoid falling for this?
The golden rule, call back. If your friend or family member just asked for emergency cash, hang up and dial their real number yourself. Scammers can fake outgoing calls, but they can't receive calls or texts on that spoofed number. If the real person says, "I never called you," then you know it was a scam.
That's such a simple but powerful tip. What about other types of spoofing, like emails or texts?
Great question. Email spoofing is when scammers fake a CEO's email to trick employees into wiring money. Text spoofing can make it look like your bank is messaging you, but the same rule applies. Never trust blindly. Verify by contacting the real sender through a known, trusted method.
What's your top advice for our listeners to stay safe?
First, never rush. Scammers create urgency to shut down your critical thinking. They want you to act before you question things. Second, always verify independently. Use a known contact method from your address book or official website, never the phone number or link they provide you in that suspicious call. Third, enable call blocking features on your phone. Most smartphones now have built-in spam detection. And report spoofed calls to the FCC. That's the Federal Communications Commission, the U.S. government agency that regulates phone services. They maintain a national database of scam numbers and work with carriers to block fraudulent callers. You can report spoofing to them at fcc.gov/complaints. And finally, educate your family, especially older relatives who might be prime targets. Walk them through these verification steps because scammers often prey on those less familiar with technology.
That's so important. Awareness is the best defense. Professor, before we go, any final thoughts?
Just this. Technology is advancing and scams are getting scarier, but the solution is simple. Pause, verify, and never let fear override caution.
Powerful advice, Professor Henry. Viewers, always double check. It could save you from a nightmare. If you found this episode helpful, share it with someone you care about. You might just protect them from the next big scam. That's all for today. Hit subscribe for more cyber survival tips. And remember, in the digital world, trust but verify. Stay safe.